Wealth and power in the valley. Barbados gained a reputation in the 17th century for producing a number of affluent Englishmen who established and owned sugar plantations. James Drax of Draxhall, St. George, was one of the big planters of the era, with over 700 acres of land, a luxurious great house from which he displayed ostentatious living. In this vein was Constant Sylvester, born in Amsterdam of English parentage in the early 1600s. Taking the cue from his father, who was a merchant with ties in London, Amsterdam, and the Americas, young Constant began his career as a merchant, trading tobacco, cotton, ginger, and sugar with Barbados and the Leeward Islands. With the high demand for sugar in Europe, Constant was not content with trading. Having made several trips to Barbados as early as 1641, he later returned to the island to establish a sugar plantation. He bought land in the fertile St. George Valley, where he established a plantation of 515 acres by the 1660s. He called it Constant. Eager to capitalize on sugar's golden age, he bought another plantation in the same valley within 2 miles of the first one. This came to be known as Carmichael. He didn't stop there. Forming a business partnership with his brother Nathaniel, Thomas Rouse, and Thomas Middleton, he bought an 8,000-acre island to the east of Long Island, known as Shelter Island, in 1652 for 1,600 pounds of good Muscovado sugar, most likely from his Barbados plantation. This purchase is one of the earliest investments on the American continent by planters operating in Barbados, all made possible because of the labor of the enslaved Africans who toiled from sunrise to sunset. Significantly, this allowed him to adopt a business strategy of provisioning island to supply the Barbados plantations with food and timber in return for rum and molasses. By 1650, Constant was such a powerful personality that during the English Civil War, a leading royalist, Humphrey Waldron, targeted him, his business partners, and Drax, imposed heavy fines and banished them from the island. Constant returned to the island in 1652, where he settled down to play a more integral role in the political affairs of the colony. In 1659, he was appointed member of the Legislative Council, and from 1660 to 1667, he represented the parish of St. George in the House of Assembly. Constant Sylvester, a merchant, planter, and assemblyman, died at the age of 55 in 1671 and was buried in Bampton, Huntingdonshire, England, September the 4th, 1671.